Hello, and welcome to Baby Bedtime Stories, the best place for magical tales and soothing melodies. Close your eyes, relax, and let the adventure begin. The first light of dawn filters softly through Bella's window, casting a warm glow over her room. Bella stretches and yawns, feeling the excitement of a brand new day wrap around her like a cozy blanket. Today feels special, and Bella can sense that something truly magical is waiting for her at the Secret Animal Academy. With a smile, she picks up her glowing leaf, its soft light gently guiding her toward the heart of Willowbrook Forest as the soft morning breeze dances through the trees. Bella knows today will bring new discoveries, new lessons, and new adventures. With her heart full of gratitude and wonder, Bella steps forward, ready to embrace whatever the day may bring. In the cozy little cottage on the edge of Willowbrook Forest, Bella sat curled up in her favorite armchair by the window. The soft light of the full moon shone brightly, casting shadows across the room. She was reading a storybook her grandmother had given her about magical creatures in faraway lands. As she turned the pages, her eyes kept wandering to the window, where she noticed something strange outside. There, between two towering trees, a soft glow seemed to pulse from the heart of Willowbrook Forest. Bella's curiosity stirred, and she put down her book, leaning closer to the window. Bella's heart raced with excitement. It was unlike anything she had ever seen before. The moonlight illuminated a narrow pathway leading into the forest. Glowing with an inviting light, she could hear the soft rustling of leaves in the wind, almost as if the forest itself was whispering to her. Bella knew her grandmother was downstairs, preparing tea and humming softly to herself, completely unaware of the mystery just outside their home. She hesitated for only a moment before deciding that she couldn't resist the pull of adventure. Quietly, Bella slipped out of bed and tiptoed toward the back door. The cool night air brushed against her skin as she stepped outside, following the glowing path into the heart of Willowbrook Forest. The trees seemed to part, guiding her forward until she reached a peculiar gate made of vines and ivy. It was unlike anything Bella had ever seen before. The gate seemed to glow with the same soft light she had seen earlier. With a deep breath, Bella gently pushed it open, feeling her heart beat faster with excitement. As the gate creaked open, she stepped through and found herself in a breathtaking secret garden. The garden was alive with color, flowers glowing softly in the moonlight, their petals shimmering like stars. The air smelled sweet, and Bella felt as if she had stepped into a dream. She took a deep breath, feeling peaceful and full of wonder. In the center of the garden, perched on a branch of an ancient tree, was a wise-looking owl with feathers as white as snow and eyes that glowed like the moon. The owl blinked slowly and then spoke in a gentle, calm voice. "Welcome, Bella. I am Oliver, and I have been waiting for you." Oliver explained that Bella had been chosen for something very special, a place at the Secret Animal Academy, a hidden school deep within Willowbrook Forest. This school was home to magical creatures who taught young adventurers like Bella about the wonders of nature, magic, and friendship. Oliver handed Bella a small, glowing leaf, telling her it would guide her to the school whenever she wished to return. As Bella listened, she realized that this adventure was just the beginning. She learned the importance of curiosity, courage, and respecting the magic that lay hidden in the world. With a warm smile, Oliver guided Bella back to the edge of the forest, where the moonlit path led her home. Bella snuggled back into her cozy bed, the glowing leaf clutched tightly in her hand. As she drifted off to sleep, she dreamed of magical creatures, new friendships, and all the exciting adventures that awaited her. The world outside her window seemed full of possibilities, and Bella's heart filled with joy, knowing that she was ready for whatever came next. The soft warmth of the early morning sunlight streamed through Bella's bedroom window. Brushing her face gently, she stretched and yawned, feeling a thrill in her chest as she remembered the magical adventure from the night before. She looked down at the glowing leaf Oliver had given her, still resting in her hand. Her heart skipped with excitement as she thought about returning to the magical academy hidden in Willowbrook Forest for her very first day. Bella had always dreamed of learning about magic, but now it felt real. This was her chance to experience something truly extraordinary. Bella rushed to get ready, carefully packing her bag with everything she might need, though she wasn't sure what that would be in a magical school. As she made her way to the forest, her thoughts swirled with excitement and a tiny bit of nervousness. When she reached the edge of the forest, she was greeted by Oliver the Owl, who waited for her patiently under the old oak tree. "Ready for your first day, Bella?" Oliver asked, his voice full of kindness. Bella smiled, her nervousness melting away as Oliver's calm presence settled her. Together, they walked through the trees, the forest humming with magic around them. As they approached the heart of the academy, Bella's eyes widened in awe. The school was nestled beneath a massive willow tree whose branches stretched high above them, forming the roof and walls of the academy. The soft glow of magical lights flickered from within, illuminating the cozy classrooms and hallways. Bella couldn't believe she was about to step inside such a wondrous place. Inside the academy, Bella was greeted by a gentle deer who introduced herself as Miss Flora, the head teacher of the academy. Miss Flora's calm voice and warm smile made Bella feel instantly welcomed. "Welcome, Bella," Miss Flora said. "We are so happy to have you here." As Bella looked around, she saw the other students, various magical animals who seemed so confident and at ease in their surroundings. But there was one thing that stood out to Bella. She was the only human student. A small knot of nervousness formed in her stomach. She felt a little out of place among the animal students, but Miss Flora's kind eyes reassured her that she belonged. Among the students, Bella noticed a shy bunny sitting by himself. His fur was soft and white, and his big, round eyes looked nervously toward the front of the room. He glanced up at Bella with a gentle smile. "Hi, I'm Max," he said quietly. Bella smiled back, feeling a little comforted by his soft voice. Miss Flora's gentle voice soon filled the room again, announcing their first lesson, learning to communicate with plants. Bella's excitement grew, but so did her nervousness. She didn't know how she would be able to talk to plants. She had never done anything like that before. Each student was handed a small flower in a pot. Miss Flora explained that the flowers were magical and could communicate their needs, thoughts, and even secrets if one learned to listen closely. Bella sat quietly, trying to focus, but as she listened, all she heard was the faint rustling of the leaves and the hum of the air around her. She closed her eyes and listened even harder, but still, she couldn't hear anything. She peeked around at the others. Max, the bunny, was gently whispering to his flower, and it seemed to respond with a soft glow. Bella felt anxious, worried that she was doing something wrong. Miss Daisy, a kind and understanding deer, noticed Bella's distress and gently approached her. "It's okay, Bella," Miss Daisy said in a soft, reassuring voice. "Sometimes the answer isn't in rushing. You need to listen from the heart, not just your ears. Relax and trust yourself." Bella took a deep breath, her chest rising and falling slowly. She closed her eyes again, trying to quiet the anxious thoughts in her mind. Slowly, she felt a warmth in her chest, a gentle, comforting sensation. With this newfound calmness, she felt a soft whisper from the flower in her hands. The flower spoke to her in a gentle voice, revealing that it needed sunlight and a little water to grow. Bella smiled, realizing that patience, kindness, and a little faith in herself were all she needed to connect with the world around her. As the lesson ended, Bella felt a sense of accomplishment. She had learned that some things took time, and not everything could be rushed. With a newfound understanding, Bella was ready to face whatever came next. The soft morning sunlight gently filtered through Bella's window, casting a warm glow across her room. Bella slowly woke up, her heart racing with excitement for another day at the Secret Animal Academy. She clutched the glowing leaf tightly in her hand, a reminder of the magical adventures waiting for her in Willowbrook Forest. After a quick breakfast, Bella dressed in her favorite adventure clothes and set off toward the familiar path leading into the heart of the magical forest. As she reached the edge of Willowbrook Forest, Bella was greeted by Oliver the Owl, perched on a low branch. His wise eyes twinkled as he nodded a warm welcome. "Good morning, Bella. Ready for today's adventure?" he asked kindly. "Miss Daisy has a special lesson planned for you all today, and I have a feeling it will be quite intriguing." With a nod and a smile, Bella followed Oliver into the forest, eager for whatever awaited her. As they arrived at the academy, Miss Daisy, the gentle deer teacher, stood waiting with a bright smile. "Good morning, students. Today's lesson is a little different," she announced. "You'll be working in pairs to find the legendary Whispering Pond. It's a magical place that holds answers to any question asked sincerely. Trust your instincts, work together, and follow the clues along the way." Bella's heart skipped with excitement. She was paired with Max the bunny, her shy yet brave friend. Max smiled nervously at Bella, his long ears twitching in anticipation. "I've never done anything like this before," Max said softly. "We'll be fine," Bella reassured him, feeling confident that their teamwork would guide them through the challenge. Together, they followed the first clue, a sparkling symbol etched into the bark of an ancient tree. The path led them deeper into the forest, where each new clue brought them closer to the elusive Whispering Pond. Along the way, they encountered small obstacles that tested their teamwork, like crossing a gentle river and untangling vines that blocked their path. Each time, they encouraged one another, overcoming the challenges with patience and trust. Despite their progress, Bella and Max began to feel a little discouraged. After following all the clues, they reached a quiet clearing, but the Whispering Pond was nowhere to be seen. The area was calm and beautiful, yet it didn't match the magical, glowing description Miss Daisy had given them. Bella felt a sense of unease settle in her stomach. "I thought we'd find it here," Max said, his voice tinged with worry. "Where is the Whispering Pond?" Bella paused for a moment, thinking of Miss Daisy's advice. "To find the pond, you must trust your heart and friendship." Bella took a deep breath and looked at Max. "We've come so far together, and we're almost there. Let's trust in each other and in the magic of our friendship." Max nodded, his nervousness fading as he took Bella's hand. They both closed their eyes, focusing on the warm, steady feeling in their hearts. Bella could feel the bond of friendship between her and Max, stronger than ever before. They trusted each other completely. As they stood there, holding hands and focusing, something magical happened. The air shimmered, and before them, the Whispering Pond appeared, glowing softly under the shade of the trees. The water sparkled with a gentle light, and soft whispers seemed to rise from its surface, as though the pond itself was alive with ancient wisdom. The pond's voice was calm and soothing. "True strength lies in unity, trust, and friendship," it whispered. Bella and Max listened closely, feeling a deep sense of peace wash over them. As the lesson ended, Bella and Max stood by the Whispering Pond, their hearts filled with warmth. The gentle whispers of the pond had taught them valuable lessons about trust, friendship, and courage. They smiled at each other, knowing that the bond they shared was a magical force that would guide them through many more adventures. Oliver the owl appeared beside them, his wings fluttering softly. "You did well, Bella and Max," he said, his voice filled with pride. "You've learned something important today." With Oliver guiding them, Bella and Max made their way back to the academy, where Miss Daisy greeted them with a gentle smile. Bella's heart was light with joy and contentment, and as she returned to her cozy home later that evening, she reflected on the lessons of the day. That night, Bella snuggled under her covers, the glowing leaf resting on her nightstand. She drifted off to sleep with a smile, the whispers of the magical pond still echoing in her mind, filling her dreams with peace and the promise of many more adventures to come. The sun was rising gently over Willowbrook Forest, casting a warm glow through Bella's window. She stretched and smiled, the memories of yesterday's adventure still fresh in her mind. She felt confident, eager, knowing that each day at the Secret Animal Academy brought a new lesson. Bella quickly dressed, her eyes lingering on the glowing leaf resting on her desk. It was a reminder of the magic that had begun to fill her life. With a heart full of excitement, she grabbed the leaf and headed out the door, ready to meet her friends and learn more about the world of magic and friendship. As Bella made her way into the academy, Oliver the owl was waiting for her at the forest's edge. His wise eyes twinkled with encouragement. "Good morning, Bella," he said warmly. "I hope you're ready for today's special lesson." Bella nodded eagerly, her excitement growing. "What's the challenge today, Oliver?" "Today," Oliver explained, "Miss Daisy will be teaching you about the true meaning of friendship. You'll be paired with a classmate you haven't spent much time with, and together you'll face a challenge that will require trust and teamwork." Inside the academy, Miss Daisy stood, waiting with a welcoming smile. "Good morning, everyone," she called. "Today's lesson is the Friendship Challenge. You will each be paired up and tasked with crossing the magical stream, using only the stepping stones that appear when you trust each other deeply." Bella looked around and found she was paired with Mimi, the shy fox. Mimi's soft, golden fur shimmered in the sunlight, but her eyes were hesitant, unsure. Bella smiled at her, trying to offer comfort, but she could see that Mimi was nervous about the challenge ahead. As the students approached the magical stream, they saw that the stones to cross it were only visible when two friends stood close together and trusted each other. Miss Daisy explained that only trust would make the stones solid and strong enough to step on. Bella turned to Mimi, who was standing at the edge of the stream, her tail tucked behind her nervously. "It's okay, Mimi," Bella said kindly. "We just need to trust each other and take it one step at a time." Mimi hesitated, but Bella offered her hand. Slowly, Mimi reached out and took it, and the first stone appeared beneath their feet. With a deep breath, they both stepped forward. As they moved, the stones wobbled and faded, making Mimi flinch. She hesitated, and the stones began to disappear, leaving Bella and Mimi standing in the middle of the stream with no way forward. Bella noticed Mimi's discomfort and softly spoke to her. "It's okay, Mimi. We're doing this together, and we'll be fine as long as we trust each other." She smiled reassuringly. "You don't have to be afraid. We're friends now." Mimi looked up at Bella, her eyes wide with uncertainty, but also with a glimmer of hope. Bella's kindness and patience made her feel safe. Mimi nodded, taking another deep breath. "Okay," she whispered. "I'll trust you." As Mimi took a step forward, the stones reappeared under their feet. With each step, the stones became more solid and stable, and Bella could feel their trust in each other growing. The hesitation began to fade, replaced by the warmth of friendship. Together, they crossed the stream, their laughter echoing in the air as they finally reached the other side. Bella, Mimi, and Max, who had crossed the stream with his partner, sat down together under the shade of the magical willow tree. They shared stories and laughed, the bond of friendship stronger than ever. Bella felt a deep sense of happiness, knowing that she had helped Mimi find the courage to trust and open up. Mimi, though still shy, smiled brightly at her new friends, her heart filled with warmth. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the academy, Oliver appeared and gently escorted Bella back home. The forest around them seemed to hum with the magic of the day, and Bella felt peaceful and content. That night, as Bella lay in bed, she thought about the day's lesson. She smiled to herself, knowing that true friendship was its own kind of magic. It was built on trust, patience, and kindness, and Bella felt lucky to have such wonderful friends by her side. With a heart full of warmth, Bella drifted off to sleep, knowing that tomorrow would bring more adventures, and that with her friends by her side, she could face anything. The soft rays of the morning sun peeked through Bella's window, gently waking her up. She stretched and smiled, feeling the warmth of the sunlight against her skin. Today promised to be another day full of new experiences at the Secret Animal Academy. Bella picked up the glowing leaf from her nightstand, feeling its gentle warmth in her hands. It seemed to hum with magic, inviting her to head toward Willowbrook Forest once again. As she prepared to leave, Bella thought about all the new friendships she had made at the academy. Max, Mimi, and even the wise Oliver the Owl. She felt so grateful for the kindness she had found there and was excited to deepen those bonds while learning more about the wonders of the magical world. Upon arriving at the academy, Bella was greeted by Oliver the Owl, who welcomed her warmly with his usual kind smile. "Good morning, Bella. Today's lesson is a special one," Oliver said, his eyes sparkling with excitement. "Miss Daisy will teach you about kindness, empathy, and responsibility in a very magical way." Bella nodded eagerly, her heart filled with anticipation. She followed Oliver toward the academy's gardens, where Miss Daisy was waiting for the class. The garden was unlike anything Bella had ever seen. It was a place of wonder, with vibrant flowers, glowing plants, and friendly animals hopping from one place to another. The air was sweet with the scent of blooming flowers, and everything seemed to shimmer with a soft, magical glow. "Today, you'll each be caring for a flower," Miss Daisy announced, her calm voice filling the air. "Your task is to nurture it with your kindness and patience, helping it bloom by the end of the day. Remember, the most important part of this lesson is the care you give." Bella, Max, and Mimi were assigned a delicate flower that seemed to glow softly but remained tightly closed. It was beautiful but shy, hesitant to open up. They took turns watering it, gently tending to its needs. But despite their care, the flower refused to bloom. Max looked worried. "Maybe we're doing something wrong," he said, his big bunny ears drooping slightly. Mimi, who had grown more confident over time, looked at the flower with concern. "It's just not ready, I think," she said quietly. "But we've been gentle. Why won't it bloom?" Bella felt a pang of worry, but she smiled at her friends. "We need to keep being patient. It just needs a little more time and care. Let's keep trying." The three friends knelt together around the flower, continuing to water it, speaking to it softly, and giving it all the kindness and care they could. As the day went on, Bella noticed the flower quiver slightly. She leaned closer and whispered softly, "You're safe here. We're taking care of you, and we believe in you." Max and Mimi joined her, speaking words of kindness and encouragement. Max gently whispered, "It's okay to bloom when you're ready. We're here with you." Mimi added, "You are beautiful, just as you are." Suddenly, the flower shivered, and its petals began to open slowly, revealing soft, shimmering hues of pink, yellow, and lavender. The flower glowed even brighter, and its petals seemed to shine like stars in the garden. Miss Daisy, who had been watching from a distance, came over with a gentle smile. "What you've witnessed today is the magic of kindness, patience, and empathy," she explained. "True growth and happiness come when we care for others with a pure heart." The flower bloomed, because you all believed in it and showed it that love and trust. After spending the day caring for the enchanted garden, Bella, Max, and Mimi sat together, their hearts full of warmth. They had witnessed the magic of kindness and patience, learning that true growth takes time and nurturing. As the sun began to set, casting a golden light across the garden, Oliver appeared to guide Bella back home. "You've done well today, Bella," Oliver said kindly. "Your heart is filled with warmth, and your actions today reflect the magic of caring for others." Bella smiled, feeling peaceful and proud. That evening, as she returned home, she felt grateful for the lessons she had learned about friendship, patience, and kindness. Later that night, after settling into bed, Bella held the glowing leaf close to her heart, thinking about the beautiful flower they had nurtured. With a smile, she drifted off to sleep, her dreams filled with the sweet fragrance of flowers, the magic of kindness, and the joy of friendship that would carry her through all her adventures. The soft morning breeze flowed gently through Bella's open window, bringing with it the scent of fresh flowers and the promise of a new adventure. Sunlight bathed her room in a warm, golden glow, and Bella stretched, feeling the excitement build in her chest. She had learned so much in the past days, and today, the magical leaf in her hand glowed brightly, inviting her to embark on yet another adventure in Willowbrook Forest. With a smile, Bella quickly got dressed, eager to face the challenge ahead. After all the peaceful lessons from the previous day, she felt confident in her abilities and couldn't wait to see what new knowledge awaited her at the Secret Animal Academy. She grabbed the glowing leaf, its soft light shimmering as it guided her down the familiar path. As Bella arrived at the academy, she was greeted by Oliver the Owl, perched on a high branch. His wise eyes twinkled as he welcomed her warmly. "Good morning, Bella. Today's adventure will be an exciting one. You'll be learning about patience, perseverance, and teamwork." Bella grinned, eager for whatever challenge lay ahead. She soon met up with Max the bunny and Mimi the fox, both of whom seemed a little nervous but also full of anticipation. Max wiggled his nose and said, "I'm a bit nervous, but I'm excited, too. What's the challenge?" Oliver smiled and gestured to Miss Flora, the Academy's calm and kind head teacher, who was waiting nearby. "Miss Flora will explain the adventure today." Miss Flora, with a warm smile, addressed the class. "Today, you'll work together to chase clouds. You'll use your magical abilities to guide a soft, floating cloud through a series of rings high above the academy grounds. But remember, you must work together and focus on trust, patience, and teamwork to succeed." As Bella, Max, and Mimi prepared for the challenge, the cloud appeared before them, a fluffy, white mass floating lazily in the air. Miss Flora explained, "To guide the cloud, you must focus your energy, connect with each other, and trust that your combined efforts will lead to success." At first, Bella, Max, and Mimi each tried to control the cloud on their own. Bella focused hard, trying to push the cloud through the first ring, but it swerved away. Max tried to make the cloud float faster, while Mimi tried to steady it. But despite their efforts, the cloud only wobbled and spun in different directions, never quite making it through the rings. Bella paused, realizing that they were not working together as they should. Maybe we should focus more on trusting each other, she said. We can't do this alone. Taking a deep breath, Bella suggested they try again, but this time they would work in perfect harmony. The three friends stood close together, focusing on each other, and they silently agreed to trust one another completely. As they did, the cloud began to move more smoothly, floating gently through the first ring. Each of them focused their energy together, guiding the cloud with steady hands and hearts. With each ring they passed through, the cloud's movement became more graceful and controlled. The air around them seemed to shimmer with the magic of their combined effort, and Bella could feel the bond between her and her friends strengthening. Slowly, the cloud began to soar more smoothly through the rings, moving with ease and purpose. Miss Flora watched with approval as the cloud floated effortlessly toward the final goal. The friends had found their rhythm, working together in perfect harmony. When the cloud passed through the last ring, Bella, Max, and Mimi cheered, their faces glowing with pride and joy. They had learned the power of unity, patience, and calm. As the sun began to set, casting a soft golden light over the academy grounds, Oliver appeared to guide Bella home. "Well done today, Bella," he said, his voice full of pride. "You and your friends showed what true teamwork looks like. Remember, true success comes not from rushing, but from working together with kindness and trust." Bella smiled, feeling peaceful and content as she walked back home. Reflecting on the day's lessons, she had learned that patience, listening to one another, and working together could achieve even the most difficult goals. That night, Bella curled up in her cozy bed, her heart full of happiness and warmth from the day's adventure. The moonlight gently bathed her room, and with a soft smile, she drifted into a deep, restful sleep, ready for another adventure the next day. The stars twinkled brightly outside Bella's window as she awoke to a soft, cool breeze drifting through the trees. The moonlight spilled through the window, casting a serene glow across her room. Bella felt a sense of wonder rise within her, a feeling that today would be special, that something new awaited her. She picked up the glowing leaf from her desk, which pulsed gently in her hand. It felt as though it were guiding her toward the heart of Willowbrook Forest, beckoning her for another adventure. Bella quickly dressed and hurried outside, eager to follow the leaf's pull. She knew that whatever lay ahead would be magical, and her heart raced with curiosity. Today felt like the kind of day that would bring important lessons. As Bella reached the forest's edge, she was greeted by Oliver the Owl, who stood silently under the trees, his wise eyes twinkling in the moonlight. "Good evening, Bella," Oliver said with his calm voice. "Tonight's adventure will lead you to a very special place, the Moonlit Lake. It is a place where truths are revealed and growth takes place through self-reflection." Bella's heart fluttered with anticipation. She had heard of the Moonlit Lake before, a magical body of water that only revealed its full power under the light of the moon. She knew that tonight would be full of discovery. Max the bunny hopped over to Bella, his large ears twitching with excitement. "I'm not sure what to expect, but I'm ready to face whatever we learn," he said with a small smile. Mimi the fox, looking determined but slightly uncertain, joined them. "I think today will help me with something I just don't know what yet, she said softly. Oliver led the group deeper into the forest, where the trees opened up to reveal the moonlit lake. The surface of the water shimmered, reflecting the glowing moon above. The air was calm and peaceful, and the gentle ripples of the water seemed to hum with quiet magic. Bella, Max, and Mimi stood together, unsure of what question to ask, but knowing that something important awaited them. Miss Flora, who had followed them to the lake, explained, "Tonight, each of you will ask the lake a question. The lake will show you the answers you need, guiding you to grow and learn more about yourselves. Ask from your heart." Bella stepped forward, looking at the glimmering water. She closed her eyes and thought carefully about what she wanted to know. "How can I become a better friend?" she asked softly. Max hesitated for a moment and then asked, "How can I be braver?" Mimi stood at the edge of the lake, her heart racing as she tried to find the right question. "I don't know what to ask," she whispered. After a deep breath, she finally said, "How can I believe in myself more?" The water's surface rippled gently, and a soft, soothing voice seemed to rise from the lake. It spoke to each of them in turn, offering its wisdom. The first voice Bella heard was calm and clear. "True friendship is built on listening, kindness, and being there for each other. To be a better friend, you must be open, patient, and always ready to offer your support, no matter what." Next, Max listened carefully as the water whispered, "Bravery is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to try, even when you're scared. To be brave, you must trust in yourself and keep moving forward, step by step." Finally, Mimi heard the lake's gentle voice. "To believe in yourself, you must embrace your uniqueness, trust your instincts, and know that you are enough. True strength comes from within, and it grows when you honor who you are." Each of them stood in awe, taking in the words of the lake. The answers they had received felt like gentle gifts, guiding them to deeper understanding. Bella, Max, and Mimi smiled at each other, feeling stronger, braver, and more connected than ever before. With hearts full of gratitude, the three friends sat by the moonlit lake, reflecting on the lessons they had just learned. The soft moonlight bathed them in its peaceful glow, wrapping them in a sense of calm and serenity. They didn't speak much, but the quiet understanding between them was enough. They had grown together in that moment, and they knew they had learned something truly valuable. Oliver appeared beside them, his wings fluttering softly in the evening breeze. "You've all learned important lessons tonight," he said with a proud smile. "True growth comes from reflection, understanding, and the courage to be yourself." As the night deepened, Oliver guided Bella back home. The cool air felt refreshing as they walked through the forest. Bella feeling enlightened and at peace, she reflected on the lessons of the moonlit lake and felt a quiet strength growing within her. When Bella returned to her cozy room, she curled up in bed, holding the glowing leaf close to her chest. The lessons of the night quietly echoed in her mind, and as the moonlight poured softly through her window, Bella drifted into a peaceful sleep, ready for whatever new adventures tomorrow would bring. The golden light of dawn peered through Bella's window, bathing her room in a warm, gentle glow. She stretched her arms, feeling a wave of excitement for the day ahead. Her heart was full of curiosity, eager to learn more from the magical world around her. Bella picked up her glowing leaf, feeling its soft, comforting glow as it gently guided her steps toward the heart of Willowbrook Forest. She could already feel the connection she had with the forest growing stronger with each passing day. It wasn't just the magic she was learning to harness. It was the feeling of being part of something bigger, something deeply connected to nature. With a smile, Bella headed out the door, ready for another day of discovery. As Bella arrived at the academy, she was greeted by Oliver the Owl, who waited for her with his usual calm demeanor. "Good morning, Bella," Oliver said warmly. "Today, we will learn the power of the magical wind. It is a gentle breeze that whispers secrets of the forest. The wind carries wisdom, and if you listen closely, it can guide you to peace and understanding." Max the bunny hopped over, his eyes wide with curiosity. "I've never really listened to the wind before," he said shyly, his ears twitching. "I wonder what it will teach us." Mimi the fox, her confidence growing with each adventure, joined them as well. "I'm excited to learn more about this magic. I think I'm starting to understand how much the forest can teach us," she said, her tail swishing with enthusiasm. Miss Flora, their kind dear teacher, stood nearby, waiting for the class to gather. "Today's lesson will be about stillness and mindfulness," she explained. "I want each of you to find a quiet spot in the clearing. Close your eyes and listen to the whispers of the wind. Trust that the wind will guide you toward the answers you seek." The class made their way to a peaceful clearing where the wind flowed gently through the trees, carrying the soft rustling of leaves and the faint whispers of secrets. Bella, Max, and Mimi sat together, their hearts full of anticipation. But as they sat in silence, their minds began to wander, and the sounds of the forest seemed distant. Bella closed her eyes, taking a deep breath and trying to clear her mind. At first, she heard only the sounds of birds and rustling leaves. But then, slowly, something shifted. The breeze picked up, and Bella felt its cool touch on her skin. As she breathed deeply, she began to hear the wind's soft whispers, gentle words of encouragement, and quiet tales of bravery. The wind spoke of peace and of the strength found in stillness. Max, sitting quietly beside her, frowned slightly at first, trying to focus. Then, as the wind whispered again, he too began to listen closely. The wind spoke to him, not in loud words, but in soft suggestions. Bravery is not always found in loud actions, the wind seemed to say. Sometimes, bravery is found in quiet moments, when you choose to keep going, even when you're afraid. Mimi, who had been concentrating intently, nodded slowly as she heard the wind's whispers. "Trust the quiet voice inside," the wind murmured. "It holds the answers you seek." Sometimes, the most important lessons come from the stillness within. The three friends sat in silence, their hearts now filled with a sense of calm and understanding. The wind had shown them that wisdom could be found not in rushing, but in pausing to listen, to reflect, and to trust their instincts. They realized that the wind's magic lay in its ability to bring clarity through stillness, teaching them that sometimes the answers to their questions were already within themselves. As they sat there, the wind gradually calmed, its whispers fading into the quiet hum of the forest. Bella, Max, and Mimi exchanged thoughtful glances, each of them feeling a deep sense of peace. They had learned that true magic wasn't always loud and obvious. Sometimes it came in the form of a gentle breeze, guiding them toward inner peace and deeper understanding. As the day drew to a close, Bella, Max, and Mimi gathered with their classmates. Miss Flora smiled at them, her eyes filled with approval. "You've learned an important lesson today," she said. "The wind has shown you the power of listening and trusting the quiet moments. Take this wisdom with you as you continue your journey." Oliver, who had been watching over the students, appeared to guide Bella home. The evening air was cool and refreshing as the two of them walked through the forest, the soft breeze following them as if it were still whispering its secrets. Bella felt calm and content, knowing that the lesson she had learned today would stay with her. That night, as she curled up in her cozy bed, Bella thought about the magical wind and its lessons. She smiled softly, feeling peaceful and at ease. The whispers of the wind lingered in her mind as she drifted into a restful sleep, knowing that tomorrow would bring new adventures, new lessons, and more quiet discoveries. The first light of dawn filtered softly through Bella's window, casting a warm, golden glow over her room. Bella stretched, feeling the excitement of the new day wrap around her like a cozy blanket. Something felt different today, as though the forest had secrets yet to be discovered. She held the glowing leaf in her hand, its soft light pulsing gently, urging her toward the next adventure. Bella knew that today would be special. It was as if the entire forest was waiting for her as she made her way through the familiar path into Willowbrook Forest. Bella's heart swelled with gratitude for everything she had experienced so far. She was beginning to feel deeply connected to this magical place, its creatures, its lessons, and its spirit. She had learned so much about magic, friendship, and herself, and today she felt that the final lesson was about to unfold. The first light of dawn filtered softly through Bella's window, casting a warm, golden glow over her room. Bella stretched, feeling the excitement of the new day wrap around her like a cozy blanket. Something felt different today, as though the forest had secrets yet to be discovered. She held the glowing leaf in her hand, its soft light pulsing gently, urging her toward the next adventure. Bella knew that today would be special. It was as if the entire forest was waiting for her as she made her way through the familiar path into Willowbrook Forest. Bella's heart swelled with gratitude for everything she had experienced so far. She was beginning to feel deeply connected to this magical place, its creatures, its lessons, and its spirit. She had learned so much about magic, friendship, and herself, and today she felt that the final lesson was about to unfold. Miss Flora gestured for the students to sit in the center of the grove, where the soft, cool grass tickled Bella's feet. Today, you will reflect on everything you have learned during your time here, she explained. This lesson is about understanding the power of love and belonging. No matter where your journey takes you, the love and care you give to others and to yourself will always be with you, guiding you through your life. As Bella sat quietly, she closed her eyes, allowing herself to take in the serenity of the grove. she felt a deep sense of connection to the forest around her. Each rustling leaf, every whisper of the wind, and the soft hum of life beneath the earth, the trees, the flowers, and even the air seemed to embrace her, as if they were speaking to her heart. The heart of Willowbrook whispered its final lesson to Bella. The true magic here is not in spells or powers, but in the love and care you give. It is in the connections you nurture with others and with yourself. Your adventures, your friendships, your growth, they are all built on love, kindness, and understanding. As Bella absorbed these words, she realized that the heart of every adventure she had experienced in Willowbrook had been about love. Love for the creatures she had met, love for the lessons learned, and love for herself. The magic of Willowbrook had never been about grand gestures or dramatic powers. It had always been about the quiet moments of connection and care. Max, sitting beside Bella, listened to the whispers of the grove. Slowly, he began to understand. True bravery isn't just about facing the outside world. The wind seemed to say, it's about loving and accepting yourself fully. Max smiled softly, his heart growing with the realization that bravery comes from within, from knowing who you are and trusting that strength. Mimi, too, reflected on the grove's teachings. Strength, the forest whispered, comes from the love you share with others. True belonging is found in the connections you nurture, not in isolation. Mimi smiled, feeling more confident than ever. She had learned that real strength is not about being alone, but about allowing herself to trust and open her heart to others. As the lesson came to a close, the ancient trees seemed to sway gently, as though offering their approval. Bella, Max, and Mimi sat quietly, feeling a deep sense of peace and understanding. The heart of Willowbrook had shown them the power of love, home, and belonging, how those things shape every part of their journey. No matter where it leads, Oliver appeared at the edge of the grove, ready to guide Bella back home. As they walked through the forest, Bella felt a newfound sense of clarity. The forest seemed even more alive than before, filled with magic and meaning. She realized that the true magic of Willowbrook would always stay with her, guiding her through every adventure, every challenge, and every joy. That night, as Bella curled up in her cozy bed, she reflected on the lessons of the day. She held the glowing leaf close to her heart, knowing that the love, kindness, and connections she had experienced here would forever be a part of her. With a peaceful smile, she drifted off to sleep, knowing that no matter where her journey took her, she would always carry the heart of Willowbrook with her. And that brings us to the end of today's magical adventure. I hope you enjoyed the story and felt the warmth of the journey in your heart. Now, as you close your eyes and drift off to sleep, remember that the magic of Willowbrook will always be with you, guiding you through your dreams. Good night, little one. Sleep tight and let the dreams take you to wonderful places. Until next time, sweet dreams, and see you soon for another bedtime adventure.